Don't put leaves in your wagon?
Jason and Rebecca Van Est say watching their child grow up is amazing, and it's happening fast.
He loves laughing, he loves having fun.
2-year-old William brings them constant joy, even though they say he has a good case of the terrible twos.
Nope, he wants to tip the wagon over.
They've always looked forward to raising their first child.
Even before I was pregnant, I actually put together an Excel list and was going through different daycares and calling places and visiting.
After a long search, they fell in love with Rainbow Child Care Center in Davison. And for more than a year, they thought they made the right choice.
And I would often call and say, you know, is he being good for you today? And it felt like we had a trust.
Go in the truck.
But in June, shortly after William turned 2 years old, they say that trust was shattered.
We had a contact from a worker at Rainbow who had a great concern about the level of care.
And she was just kind of sick to her stomach about it and had to tell us.
And that's when someone on the inside shared this photo with the Van Ests, and the Van Ests shared it with the I-Team.
She explained to us that he was being physically bound for naps, and over time, this happened about over a period of a couple of months.
They say the picture shows a clear case of abuse, and William swaddled and bound against his will. And they say it happened at the hands of a veteran child care worker who, according to this family, still has her job.
It was really upsetting.
Anger, feelings of guilt.
The Van Ests immediately pulled William from the facility. In a statement to the I-Team, Rainbow Child Care would only say this: regarding any situation involving current and former employees or current and former families, for the purpose of confidentiality, we don't discuss it. The Van Ests got police and the state involved. Through the Freedom of Information Act, we received several pages of documents related to the case, confirming that the Department of Health and Human Services interviewed workers and families as part of its investigation. In the end, the agency cited the daycare center for wrongdoing for restricting William's movement during nap time. But because of confidentiality, the punishment, if any, is not known.
It's our worst nightmare that something is happening to them when they're in the care of someone else.
The I-Team was also able to confirm that the Davison Township Police Department did its own investigation, but the prosecutor never moved forward with the case. So what is considered abuse, and is swaddling to restrain a child outright abuse? We took our questions to Lansing and spoke to Colin Parks, the manager of Child Protective Services. He couldn't get into specific details, but did say abuse is determined by fact and circumstance.
Would swaddling ever be abusive in any case that you can think of?
We would have to evaluate completely what happened, and we would have to make a decision as to whether or not an action put a child at risk of harm.
The Van Ests believe this picture doesn't lie and that it adds up to a clear case of abuse, which is something that they tried to avoid even before William was born.
It's just scary as a parent because I don't know how another parent would find this out.
They also believe the action taken is insufficient.
What you assume is that justice will be served, action will be taken, and that there will be consequences for someone who's abused or done harm to your child. And in this case, it just hasn't happened so far.